Good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime Poetry. I'm Lorie and I'm going to be reading some poems to you today. Now, you may recall that on Friday I told you it was National Library Week and I read some poems to celebrate libraries. Well, last week wasn't National Library Week. That actually begins today. So I'm going to read some poems about books and reading to celebrate the actual start of what really is National Library Week. And I'm going to start with an anonymous poem called The Way to Travel. Some people travel in their autos, some travel in the railway cars. But I've a better way to travel, unbroken by your bolts and jars. A better way than horse or cycle, than biplane, steamer, or canoe. The quite ideal way to travel, to Paterson or Timbuktu. My way is swift as any eagle, or tarries for a steady look. The way of greatest ease and comfort, to wit, I travel with a book. And I think we've all been doing some traveling with books these last several weeks. The next one I'm going to read to you is by Robert Louis Stevenson, and it's called Picture Books in Winter. Summer fading, winter comes, frosty mornings, tingling thumbs, window robins, winter rooks, and the picture storybooks. Water now is turned to stone, nurse and I can walk upon. Still we find the flowing brooks in the picture storybooks. All the pretty things put by wait upon the children's eye. Sheep and shepherds, trees and crooks in the picture storybooks. We may see how all things are, seas and cities, near and far, and the flying fairies looks in the picture storybooks. How am I to sing your praise, happy chimney corner days, sitting safe in nursery nooks, reading picture storybooks? And that's Picture Books in Winter by Robert Louis Stevenson. Okay, the next one I'm going to read to you is called A Book, and it's by Emily Dickinson. He ate and drank the precious words, his spirit grew robust. He knew no more that he was poor, nor that his frame was dust. He danced along the dingy days at this bequest of wings, was but a book, what liberty a loosened spirit brings. And finally, by Christopher Morley, Reading Aloud. Once we read Tennyson aloud in our great fireside chair. Between the lines my lips could touch her April-scented hair. How very fond I was to think the printed poems fair, when close within my arms I held a living lyric there. And that has been some poems about books and reading to celebrate the actual beginning of National Library Week, which starts today and runs through this coming week. I hope that you have enjoyed today's poetry. You can find me here at the Manlius Library YouTube channel every day in the month of April at noon for more lunchtime poetry. If you have any questions or suggestions, you can send me an email at lfinger@manliuslibrary.org. Have a great day, happy Poetry Month, and happy National Library Week.